Right, so, hello. Uh, with this video, I am going to show how I create UV maps for avatar bases that I work with. So, to start, uh, you want to find where the FBX of the model you're working with is. For, uh, for For this, I'm using Nicorita's Fairly Dull for an example. Then you want to right click your FBX, show and explore, then click into the address bar in your file explorer, Control C to copy that. Then going into Unity, it doesn't matter which version you use. I'm using Blender 3.6.0. Then, like these three objects that are in here, when you open a new Blender project, we don't need them. So, holding click to draw a box around them, select them all, and press delete key. And we go up to File, Import, FBX, paste our copied address so that we can get to our FBX quick and easy. And then we want to click this drop down on the right here with our armature here. And there are all our meshes that we will be making UV maps of. And then up here, where our cursor changes into a different icon, the one that lets us resize windows that aren't full screen, we want to right click there, click on vertical split, which will let us create a new window. And in this window, we want to click this button up here, which lets us change the editor type. And we want to make it a UV editor. Right, the first mesh we're going to make will use the body. So, for our body, up here, we can click on this new button to create a new image. For our width and height, we're going to want to match it to the text to the size of the default textures that come with your model. So we want to create one for the body. So the body is sized at 4096 by 4096. So we'll put in those values for our width and height. For the color, you want to set the alpha to 0. That lets it so that the UV acts as like a transparent overlay for the texture you want to make. Select OK. And there we have our field ready to create our UV. So down here, we want to select material. And then for our body mesh, we have 3 materials: body, miscellaneous, and eye. Okay, the next thing, we go up here, which is object mode. We click that. We want to set it to edit mode. Don't worry about this. Click into the open space here to deselect everything that was just selected. So, over here, we want to select our body material. Press the button that says select. And here we have the UV for the body. Then up here, we want to select UV. Then go down here to export UV layout. And then, doesn't matter where you export, just somewhere where you'd be able to easily find it. Which, for example, would be desktop. And then for UVs, I usually want to add UV prefix to it. It doesn't matter what you call it, just as long as you can easily find it. Then you would click on Export UV Layout. And I have already done this, so it exists right here on the desktop. Alright, so for your other materials, you want to check the default materials that come with your model, because not all of them are going to be sized the same. So, for example, this one for the body was 4096 by 4096. For, like, the eyes and miscellaneous textures, they are sized at 2048 by 2048. So when you have textures like this, you can resize the... You can resize your UV editor by just clicking this button where it gives you the new image tooltip. Then you can resize, select your next material that you want to make a UV out of, then do the same thing with the first one, select UV and export UV layout. Very simple. Now sometimes with the Nikarita's Valley Doll PC version, we have all the clothes separated in their own mesh. And in the project, all of these clothing bits, plus the ear fluff, I'll use the same texture and material, but they are on different meshes. So, like if I went into edit mode here, like I could only view one UV at a time. But, what you can do is select all the materials, or select all the meshes that you find use the same material for your avatar. And then, like, just shift click all of them. And then go to edit mode. And you have all the UVs selected. And then you want to check you want to check the default size of the texture for the material which you're creating a UV for, and then you can export the UV layouts. I feel like I'm kinda bad at making tutorials, but hope I wasn't too confusing with this. But yeah, best as I can hopefully explain it, this is how I make UVs from the models that I work with.